Good morning, guys. It is Thursday. It's November 3rd. We are 3 days at this point into No Shave November, so I guess beard status update. It's getting pretty fuzzy in here pretty quick. But that was to be expected, as you know. Okay. I am again today on the Canon N100. The vlog just went up about an hour ago, so I don't really know what people seem to think about the video and audio quality yet, but just in my reviewing of it and while I was editing and watching that, I think it's pretty good for the price point. It's just, it doesn't have the flip up screen, and that's like 99% of the reason why I bought the camera. So very much looking forward in hopefully a week or two to getting the Panasonic LX10. That's going to be a massive, ridiculous step up in terms of quality, in terms of everything. Don't know about the audio though. I'm very concerned about that. But actually, stepping back over to the No Shave November stuff, I actually received my first donation, my first charitable donation as a result of No Shave November from Ben Anderson, 50 bucks. The initial goal, the default goal that they set for you on the noshave.org website is 250 bucks, so that's a massive step in the right direction. I figured the goal is going to end up being a lot higher than that. Not to say that you guys are going to donate or that I expect anything, but I'm going to mention it on the main channel over and over again, poking it out there on Twitter, and then I'm also going to make a donation at the end of the month myself just to supplement. But it's all going to cancer related charities, and I am a big fan of doing whatever you can to try to stamp out cancer, so definitely a good cause. And again, if you have not seen it already, I'll put a link down in the description to the noshave.org site, my dashboard landing page type thing, where if you'd like to, you can make a donation, but you don't have to. But that's enough about that for now. I went into it a little bit more in the first video of the month, so feel free to go back to November 1st and take a look at that if you want to know more about it. But we are getting super close to 10 a.m. and if you guys have been watching the vlog for a while, maybe you know it. 10 a.m. is when I have my morning meeting, so I better go get on the treadmill because I've been doing pretty good with that. Start getting some steps in and have the morning meeting. I also have to take the time and actually install the Nest Cam out here today, make the video of the installation, and that's going to be like the key thing I have to get done today, aside from day job stuff. I have to get the Nest Cam video done because the more I wait, the longer this beard gets and the worse the video is going to look as a result. But anyway, as I've been saying a lot lately, and I kind of feel good after saying it, except like yesterday when I had kind of a rough day, if you are not having an amazing day yet, find something, find some way to turn it around to make today a better day. Just standing out here on the back deck has actually put me in a much better mood. Share with you guys a little bit of just what I'm seeing and what life is like here right now. I mean, this is a beautiful fall day. Clouds are looking nice, sun's shining, and this camera's doing an amazing job with it, so cannot complain in the slightest. So again, as I was saying, just to wrap things up there, if you're in a bad mood, if you're having a bad day, find something to be happy about, find something to make your day a little bit better. I'm going to try to do the same. Well, morning meeting over, and actually found a bit of a bright spot while I was walking here on the treadmill. I think I noticed it last night, but still, I just thought I'd go ahead and mention it. I told you before I had two batteries for the Canon Vixia Mini X. Those batteries are the same batteries that go in the N100. Unfortunately, the battery that came with the N100, as I mentioned in the video that just went up about it, the battery claims that it's counterfeit. And it says, does this have the Canon logo? If you say yes, it turns the camera off, says it's counterfeit, says contact customer support. If you say no, it continues on. It says, we provide no guarantees about this battery, and it doesn't show you any sort of a battery meter anymore, but the camera continues to work. So technically, this battery does work. However, it's old enough, and like I said, doesn't have a battery gauge, so I'm gonna hang on to it as just a, oops, none of the batteries that I have a charge, just in case. But the other side of things, I had bought a generic battery for the Vixia Mini X when I was using it. I actually used this battery every day for almost a year. Charged it up yesterday, stuck it in the camera, no problems, no questions asked, nothing about counterfeit non-Canon batteries, it just worked. So that's actually what I used for a lot of the day yesterday. I'm actually back on the official Canon battery from the Vixia Mini X right now, but as I just sort of alluded to there, I've got 3 batteries for this camera that currently work. It looks like I'm going to be able to make it through a day on one battery, but just in case I have a super long day or something, I've got multiple now, and I have one more on the way, a brand new battery that I'll probably just pack away for a rainy day, just in case someday I decide to sell this camera or give it away or something. Very good stuff. In other news, I'm scouring the web looking for places to exchange foreign currency, so I can take that check that I was not able to cash yesterday and cash it there. So I'm just looking at different banks that are all across the country, as well as ones that specifically have very good international exchange policies, specifically foreign check deposit policies, because Amazon International does not have any way to actually send you a direct deposit if you're in the US. So like Amazon UK, Amazon DE, I can't actually do anything with their stuff other than receive a check or receive a gift card, which a gift card to Amazon UK would be not terribly useful. Hate to say it. So I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna call a couple of banks. I'm gonna see what they can do, because the bank that I've been going with for like 5 months now just decided to say no more. Oh well. But yeah, I'm getting some stuff done for work. I have got some good progress being made, and I'm going back and forth with a guy that I work with. Here in a little bit, I'm going to attempt to go ahead and finish up that Nest video, because that definitely needs to get done. Day's going pretty well so far. And quite a little while later, as per usual. It's actually about 2:30 at this point. I've been getting some stuff done. I've been working on some video stuff. Maybe you can see it in the background behind me. I've actually gone ahead and set up the Nest camera out here. Don't know why it just takes so long to get into that mindset of making videos, but this was a super easy setup. I definitely did not follow the instructions by any means. I didn't secure the cord to anything. It's literally just plugged in and kind of hanging there. It did come with all the connectors and clips and everything. I just haven't chosen to do that yet because I don't know if I'm going to leave it here 100% or if I want to move it somewhere else. So I want to make sure that it is exactly where I want it before I screw it into everything. But it's all magnetic right now, so it's magnetized to the door, and the magnet that's on the door is hooked into the metal that's in the camera, so it's holding up there pretty solidly. It would actually take a decent amount of pressure to pull it down. I mean, I could pull it down just with one hand, but average everyday stuff, that's not going to happen unless the baby grabs at it. Which is why, yet again, it may not stay there for long. We may end up moving it somewhere else, maybe hiding the wires away, things like that. Realistically, the best case scenario might be to not have it over here, but actually to have it on the pole. That way I can run the wire down the outside and have it all come up the, yeah, that might be the best way to keep it away from the baby. But either way, this was good enough to get the video going. And in the little bit of testing that I've done with it using the app, it's decently responsive. The video quality is good. I'm able to use the microphone to transmit what's going on my phone to the camera, and it delays by like half a second or a second, something like that. So like if you get an alert that somebody's coming up onto your back porch, you could scream at them through the camera, which is pretty cool. And I did test it over LTE, and it works just fine. I definitely got to get back in touch with Nest and be like, hey, by the way, where's my Nest Aware subscription? They're supposed to give me like a 1-year trial for doing this, and after seeing what this can do, I'm gonna have to limit the upload speeds on it, but I definitely looking forward to having this as an option. It's really nice. This video is not sponsored. This is just like my actual real opinions and thoughts on the product. It's a good product so far. Very solid, very easy to install and set up. But getting close to getting ducking off the bus time, I've got to work some more on this video and do some more day job stuff before I go out there and get him. So back to work for me. And hooray, we are all home. And Ellis is growling. Oh, and Mommy brought home all kinds of tasty stuff from Kroger. A whole chicken. Well, apparently now that we finished dinner, Christina's gonna try to make this. This was something Kroger gave her for free. Yeah, Ellis sounds interested in it. Hummus made easy. Hummus made it, whatever you want to pronounce it. She bought a super cheap can of chickpeas. You put these two in the blender, and that's that. And I think we're gonna put something else in there too.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos on a stick. Can opened, drained, washed and rinsed. Baby! Into the blender with the pouch that she's working to open. Super gross looking pouch contents being emptified.
Woo. How spicy do you want it?
Not hugely spicy. So like only 2 or 3 of these jars.
It's gonna be loud.
Jalapenos added. Power and blend. I'm super concerned, baby. He doesn't know what the sound is. Having to scrape down the side so everything will blend right, but I was just saying, it smells very hummusy so far. Hummus-tastical, if you will. And we call it hummus. And actually, it's got little teeny tiny chunks of jalapeno in there. A lot of times when you get it with jalapeno in it, it's like big chunks that are all on the top and you have to mix it all together. This might be a little, I don't know. We'll try it and see. First bite of tasting this. It'll taste very hummusy.
And there's a little hint of jalapeno.
Or the hints are what you want. It looks kind of like Ellis's baby food. The cereal he does in the morning. It's not terribly strong. It's got a good flavor. You probably could use, I don't know. I mean, the chips are normally salty enough to make it. I don't know, it's good. It's very subtle. I like it. And just like that, I'm out and on the road again. Christina got a note from the daycare saying that Ellis needs apple juice and oatmeal cereal because every morning he has a certain amount of this oatmeal cereal made with apple juice. So they ran out of both at the same time. And we don't have any, so I have to run to the store to pick it up. And I figure while I'm out, I'll probably run by the cemetery because I am almost completely out of Pokeballs. Kind of a pity that I couldn't convince Duncan to come along with me because he desperately needs some Pokeballs too, although I think he's in a better situation than I am. Anyway, on to driving. Well, that was a pretty productive time. Got a couple of bags of groceries for the family. Got myself back up over 100 Pokeballs, so that's some good stuff. And back home before it's time for Duncan to get in the bath, so good timing. And hey, I've made it back. Just hanging out. Ella's just chilling.
I keep trying to sit him up and then he lays back down.
He's comfy. Says, Mommy is comfy. So where did you go?
Bam, bam.
And Duncan's playing baseball. Woo! We give up. And at this point, everybody has gone to bed. It's already 10 after 10, and I'm pretty wiped out myself. I got to bed entirely too late last night, which has sort of thrown me off for the day, but all in all, it could have been a much worse one. Wish that could have been a little more productive. Wish some things had gone differently, but you know, you do what you can with what you've got, and you try to make every day the best one that you can. So I hope you guys had a good one. Thank you guys as always for spending the day with us, and we will see you again tomorrow.